Well, this is Chris with Bar Guthrie, and I'm out and about checking out some of my favorite places to shop for my whiskeys and tequilas and other rums and stuff. So this is Palm Beach Liquors 2, and they're literally right down the street from my house, so very close location. So they're going to go inside here, and I'm going to show you some of the things what I like about this location. So let's take a quick look in here. Okay. All right, let's take a good look over here. Now they got some fun stuff over here. Okay. And I'll get to some of my favorites here. Let's take a look up there. Got your piggy bank rye there. And get some tequilas up there. Let's see. I do like the blue truck since I have a nice big truck myself. Let's take a look over here. All right, so there's some of your regular things here, and I'll show you some, I call some fun things. Just swing around here. Now, I do have my favorite cigars I like, and they do have cigars. You know, cigar and whiskey, can't go wrong, right? So, all right, so let's take a look what else we got here. Now, these are just plain old fun things here. Okay, so let's take a look here. And this is just something if you want fun for your bar at your house and look good on the shelf. Let's take a look here. Let's get the camera up there. There you go. So now, of course, my bar is so tight with bottles. These are just a little too big for my bar. Let's take a look here. And of course, they have a lot of wine here. Let me go ahead and bring it back down here. And I'll show you some of the wine because I know a lot of people have been asking, hey, Chris, I see you showing a lot of whiskey and bourbons, not so much on the wine. So we're going to show you that now. So let's go right into some wines. Okay. And now, not being a wine connoisseur, but talking to the owner here, he's pretty proud of his wine collection here. And what's nice about his collection, you can buy it. It's not just staying at his house. So, and I'll do as much as I can of what you got here. I'm trying to get the prices and everything else in here. Of course, you can always pause the video if I'm going too fast. So let's go into that top shelf there. See what they got going on up there. Okay. All right. Now, gotta love that big bottle right there. That would look pretty good in my house. Okay. Let's swing around here onto the other side and look at some more top shelf here. Okay. So all my wine fans, as you can see, I am showing the wines. So we'll definitely getting into the tequilas today, as well as my favorite section, the whiskeys and bourbons. So, but I'm trying to be showing a little bit of everything here, and I will be getting through the back shelf behind the counter, which is where a lot of the allocated stuff. And by the way, they probably have one of the largest allocated stuff I've seen. So, and I actually had a comment on that I'm not showing the pricing. I gotta admit, the last few videos, I was having a hard time with a little tiny screen on my camera. So I went out and bought better readers. so I can't make the screen bigger, but I made my site better. So hopefully I'll do a little better job this time around. So, all right, let's go get that camera right. Let's take a look up there. There we go. And let's step back so you can just see a little bit more of the pricing. There we go. So let's swing up here and get the camera going up there. You see they got some of the tequilas up there, right above the wines. Let's see. Okay, and let's go back down here a little bit. And let's see what else. Okay, see what other wines they got here. Now, do me a favor. If you're looking at these wines and you know wines, hey, point out a few of them to me and say, hey, those are very rare. Those are very good. So, like I said, I'm not educated on everything I'm showing you. So let's take a look here. Again, they got a lot of wines in there. So we're going to do one more row before I get into my favorites. So again, if you see something here, you say, wow, those are really good, Chris. Maybe I should get I do have wine at my house, but I guarantee I don't have the good stuff. You know why I know I don't have the good stuff? Because I didn't spend a lot of money on it. So, uh, and like I said, I'm just not a big wine connoisseur. But you know, special occasions, stuff like that. Uh, let's take a look here. So, hopefully, this will give you a good idea what they have for wine. And they also do have a pretty good selection of champagnes too. Okay, there you go. Hopefully those prices are showing up in the bottom there. That's actually a very pretty bottle. Okay, and the back wall is rums, which we will get to in a minute, but I hate to tell you, I got to get into my section here. My favorite section. Okay, you guys ready? Let's swing around here. Oh, what do we got here? I got some more from barrels here. Let's take a look. And I did buy one recently. Now, the one I got is actually this one here. And I actually bought it at the other Palm Beach liquor store. And I am thinking about maybe picking this one up too. So let me bring that back so you can see it. Like I said, I got this one. These guys, 25 years, but there's those scotches, which I'm just not a big scotch guy. Let's take a look at this one here. There we go. You get some Blue Label here. That's a Johnny Walker. Damn, that camera is just not going. Thank you. I was moving the hand, but the camera wasn't going with me. The darn gimbal was doing what it wanted to do. Okay, and let's take a look here. Now, it is time. My section here. This is my whiskeys, and let's go and scroll down here so you can see the whole thing. All right, let's take a look here. Okay, now just recently I picked up my very first Kentucky Owl, and by the way, I think it was this one here. So that's actually a pretty good price for a Kentucky Owl. $99 is not bad at all. Let's say, and this one here, this one I've seen that for a lot more money. So they're actually, I think those are very reasonable. You got your high rye Baker 7. Let me get that camera to go up a little further. There we go. We'll go ahead and start from the top and just kind of work our way around here. Okay. Now I did get a Whistle Pig Rye 10, which was that one. Very good. Okay, let's bring this back so you can kind of get a better look what we got here. All right, so if you're a Garrison Brothers, they do have a good selection here. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. That's an Eagle Rare 12, stuck right up there. Okay, which I did get. And they have a Knob Creek 15, which it's a little hard to find now. I got the 18, which is right next to it. And wouldn't mind having the 15. So, of course, at $189, I have to wait for the budget to adjust accordingly. All right, let's take it here. Now, the Woodford Reserves here. Now, I hate to say, I'm actually a big Woodford Reserve guy, but I think the MSRPs on these are a little on the high side. And I'm not getting good reviews. So before I go spend $200 on a Woodford Reserve, I would like to have some positive reviews out there. I think one of the guys I like to watch reviews on is SLB, Basement Bar. Those two guys are really good. They got me into a lot of my wild turkey, rare breed, and a few other things that I tried out watching some of their videos. Okay, so we got the single barrel and then straight rye, which I have both those. And I have not opened the single barrel, which I got to get around to. And of course, Barnstown. Boy, do I love their product. Now these are some of the harder ones to get here. Again, they're all, if you notice, they're on the top shelf here. The Run, I got a couple of those, and I find those to be really tasty. A little on the pricey side for me personally, but good product. And very old St. Nick. Now I want to just bring that down so you can see that price there. That's actually a pretty good price for that one. And boy, am I tempted to get that tonight. So let's see. I did get one of these barrel bourbons here, which I got, I think the double oak one I got. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Okay, let's bring it down to this next thing. I'm going to go really in depth on what they have here. The reason I'm doing this is because this is one of my favorite locations. I like this place. They have a great selection. And let's go over here. They got the Heaven's Door, which is, if you're not familiar with what Heaven Doors is it Bob Dylan? Yeah, that's right, the singer. You know, that's his product. I got 4 or 5 bottles of their product. And this one I was looking at here, the cask strength single barrel, that actually looks pretty good. $69. Damn, that might have to come home with me. That's not too bad. Like I said, they got some reasonable prices here. I mean, and you know, I shop around all the places, and I kind of get a general idea what the pricing is. Now, again, I'm going by pricing in my area. So if you're watching this video, and you might live in an area that's a little different, you might say, "Oh, my pricings are better," or you might say, "You know what? It's actually a very good price." Okay, so now I got a black one at home, and it's okay. So actually, my camera is not on the places. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and scroll down here. Another small batch here. Oh, and I'm thinking about that one too. $49 is not too bad. You got the 1920, the 1910. Don't have the other ones there. And I got the regular one, bottle bond, which I didn't really care for that much. You know, every time I see this, like, ooh, that's so delicious. So, okay, let's see what else I got here. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Another one is a little hard to find. You know, lately I've been seeing them, so that's a good sign. And of course, it used to be Stag Junior, to just now just Stag. So, and I have, I think, 1 or 2 bottles of those. Okay, I'm kind of curious on this one how it would taste. Anybody know anything about this one? Put it in the comments below. I appreciate that. Of course, the Eagle Rare, you can't go wrong. Eagle 10-year, very, very good. You know, and again, they're coming back out. You know, they always come and go on those things. Let's see, let's take a look to the next. And let's go down here. And of course, let's get into a Buffalo Trace. Really, really good product there. And, you know, I got the Travelers. It's okay. I mean, for a couple dollars more, the Buffalo Trace is a far superior product. I'm sorry, Travis. You know, even though he has a great song, Tennessee Whiskey. I do like his music. Let's take a look, Marcus Mark. Now, I got the French one, very good. Of course, I got the regular one. I didn't buy the 101. I mean, right now I'm sitting on quite a few Marcus Mark's bottles, and they come out with a lot of different things. I did buy the Wise Man, which I have not tried out yet. It's at my house. Okay, Sacred Rye. Okay. Boy, I like that. That is a for the money. I mean, it's, you know, 6 years, make it down here. It's a really, really good product. And hey, look, they have the old-fashioned Jack Daniels number 7 with the original label. Too bad it's got a little scratch on it, but again, they don't make those anymore. So the rod right behind it. I did buy 2 of those just because of the label. You know, I like Jack Daniels, but I don't like old number 7 that much. I do like their single barrels and, you know, the 10-year and the 12. Those are absolutely delicious. Let's see, another short barrel over here. Okay. Let's take a look at some Jeffersons here. And here's the Tropics, which I do have, which I'm not sure if I did a review on the Tropics yet. So, and, oh, it's not a bad price. Okay. Now, if you're not familiar with the Tropics, basically it's where they age, you know, they age them in different places. It's got a, just like in the Jefferson Oceans, is aged on boats. They got a picture of a boat on there, you know. This one is, I think, where the heck is it? Singapore or something like that. Yep, Singapore, that's where it's aged. Okay. Yeah, I remember when I got the bottle, I was reading the whole story. So let's go down here to Four Roses. So, yeah, just a small batch and a regular one here. Let's take a look. Nothing too exciting on this next row here. So, now they do have the barrel proof here and the toasted on the Elijah Craig. So that's pretty good. Now this Jim Beam single barrel is actually pretty good. So, you know, I used to be a really huge Jim Beam fan. I'm really liking other Jim Beam products like Knob Creek. I have the 12-year-old, which I find very good, and I like their Knob Creek line. All right, so swing down here, and let's take a look here now. That's one actually. I don't know if you can see the tag. It's $25. It's actually, it might be worth trying out, see if I like it. Okay, now they do have the 10-year here, tin cup. Now I did buy the 14-year, which let me scroll back so you can see it. because it's $67 for a 14-year-old. It's actually not too bad. Now, if I'd be 100% honest, I got the regular one, and it's okay. It's nothing to write home about. All right, let's take here. Of course, these are, I have to get down to the ground here a little bit more. Sorry, I know the camera, but I'm doing my best being lower to the ground now. Okay, Old Tub. It's actually pretty good. Now, this Blue Note Crossroads, I got a rye and a regular one, and I actually like both of those. Okay, and I might pick up one of these. Thinking about that Yellowstone one over there, but we'll see how that goes. And let's see what down here you got. Your bottom shelf. Let's go. Oh, sorry, I did it again with the camera. All right, so I'm sure I'm going to hear in the comments. Okay, so nothing really exciting on the bottom shelf here. And since my knee and back are not appreciating being here on the ground, I need to get back up. All right, let's take a look and see if there's anything over here. Okay, so you got your scotches and stuff. So now I've been dying to try out some. Let me get this up a little further. Some Japanese whiskey. Now, I do know most of them are single malts because Japan originally started getting their liquor from Scotland, which, as you know, most scotches are single malts. So a lot of the Japanese are going to be single malts similar, But I'm dying to try some and just to see, let's see. Sunday's whiskey, Japanese, $35. Okay. Not real familiar with that one. So, boy, do I need a person who knows Japanese whiskeys to put some comments in the bottom of this video and help me with some decision making, because my luck, I'll get a really crappy Japanese one and I just won't like it, and I'll just assume they're all bad. Okay, here's an 18-year. Of course, this Scotch was the first ones that really started aging their products. You find a lot more aged products. Look at this one here. It's like, it's a 12-year-old. That's actually not bad, and it's reasonably priced, So, and look at, hey, they got the Johnny Walker, and I actually have one of those specialty bottles. I bought it because I just like the dragon, but yeah, I don't know if I think there's the same stuff inside it. It's just I never even opened it just because I thought maybe it'd be a good collector's item. So, Dewar's 12-year-old, $30, not too bad, Okay, now we're gonna get into some other things I like. Let's see if I have to get back up. I need to get down there. All right, so you got a nice Texas one over here. Now I actually tried this one here, and I had a battle of the states where I was comparing the Texas bourbons against each other. This one was being really, like this one here, Charles Goodnight, $75, right? Here's this one, $37. And that Charles Goodnight really was terrible. It really was absolutely horrendous. It had such a weird taste to it. I just didn't like that taste. This one was so much better. So let's go over here. Now, what I really want to show you some of my favorites over here. Okay, let's get that camera right on one of my superstars here. This is Sakuma Rye here, and that's the Double Oak. Boy, is that a really good product. I actually just bought a second bottle because I blew through the first one. Having 350 bottles, and you would think they all would last, but I started hitting my favorites here, and that is so good. It is absolutely delicious. And again, we got Yellow Rose, and I don't know anything about Yellow Rose, and I heard some not the greatest things in the world. So, look at this right down here. I actually bought that last time. I opened it. $15 for a little old-fashioned bottle there. And Triple Crown, look at the price on that one. $15. Okay. Okay. All right, so those are all the bottom shelf, so I'm going to get back up. All right, and let's go swing around here. I want to show you some of the funds in the front here. So now I showed you some of the side ones here. And get that camera a little better. There we go. And let's see here. Green River. Let's see. Now, all right, let's take a look here. Now, I did get the Sour Mash one here. That's Greenbrier, Nelson's Greenbrier. Did not really like that very much. So that's going to be one of those things that's going to be a gift to someone. And let's take a look here. All right, and of course, a big old Buffalo Trace there, which I did buy. I think I got every single size of the Buffalo Trace just because I liked the different size bottles. All right, let's go back up here and get that little dancing panda. Heard good things about Frank August. Haven't tried it. No, 13 Colony, guys, is absolutely delicious. I bought that at 13 Colony. I really liked it. I just picked up the rye, and I haven't actually really tried that one, but I liked it. No, Flatboat. Look at the pricing on that. It's actually not that bad. I mean, I was quite surprised. I bought it just so I can try it, and I was like, oh, it's very reasonable. It wasn't bad. So sometimes you get these cheaper ones, and it's a little better than you think it'll be. Okay, High West. No, I just bought another High West bottle today, and I do like the High West products. Heaven Hill, I'm dying to get that one. Haven't got around to it. There's so many things I want to buy, and then the wallet says, you will wait. Okay. All right. Culmore Farms here, which I have quite a few of their bottles, but I do not have the 15. So, I do have one that's like a 17 plus an 8 mix or something like that. But let's take a look here. And these are a little hard to come by, the Buffalo Trace koshers here. You don't see there's too many places. And again, this is what I like about this particular location, is they have a good selection. If you're like me and you're looking for the a little harder to get stuff, yeah, you can go to the right place and you see the same thing over and over. But I actually, I have a pretty good collection. I like having a little variety. When I'm drinking, I actually will drink several different things. Now, like, for example, Larceny, very good, which that's probably not the right price for that. Because that should be the regular one. This is a barrel proof. Yeah, those are definitely stacked in the wrong spot. Okay, let's swing on up here. Can't get the camera. Come on, camera. You can do it. There you go. All right, so now I have this bottle at my house, and very nice looking bottle. I mean, the Willie, it's okay. The bottle is probably slightly better than what's in the bottle, to be honest with you. It's not terrible, It's just you would kind of expect a slightly more because of the bottle, but that's not uncommon to get a product and it's a really nice bottle, and then you get home, it's like, it's okay. So, all right. New Rift, again, I got the single barrel, which I don't see here. See the regular one here, and let's see, Horse Soldier. Now, I did get I think it was this one I picked up here, and it was okay. I mean, it really looks great. I love the way this thing looks. And maybe if I try one of the other models or bottles here, I might have a little better opinion. Because sometimes, you buy the least expensive and it tastes like the least expensive. So let's see if I can get a little further up. Let me get the camera going here. Ready? Top shelf here. What do we got? Well, we got the Whistle Pig over here. Okay. Now, that 10 one, I'm dying to try that one. And he's got a few here that I have not seen at the other stores. And again, this is why I'm here. I like seeing things I don't have and adding them to my very large collection, which is, according to Maritza, is a little too large. And they got the little book here. Okay. Bookers. And if you notice, those are some different years up there. And here's a nice 15-year-old, and it's $40 off. I told you, they have really good pricing here. So, now I do have the High West cast strength, which I like a lot. And again, it's kind of hard to find. It's not allocated, but it's kind of allocated. I don't know how you want to put it. It's just, not everyone has it. Let's swing around here. Pinhook. Not real familiar with Pinhook. Okay. Now here's a bottle that, I'm going to scroll back a little here. There we go. If you know anything about that one, let me know. So, okay. Now we got Smoke Wagon. Now Smoke Wagon has some really great looking bottles. Now, I did buy one of their entry level ones, and I cannot drink it neat. It's only for a mixer for me. I'm assuming the more expensive ones will be better. But now that I didn't like the first one, I won't bring myself to buy another one. It's like Garrison Brothers. It was like $89, and boy, did I hate that. I did not like it. It just wasn't. I'm sure a lot of people like it, just not me. And that's how things are, Here, single barrel, $17.92. That is very good, by the way. All right. Now, I've been buying the 2XO products, and I've been liking it. I do like it. Say Rare Stash. Let's get back onto my knee again. Okay, Howling Head. That's very banana. it's like, you know, the flavored one here. Okay, now I got one hard truth at my house, and I think I got the wheat one. So this is a sweet mash bourbon, which I have not tried. And now we go down here, just small batch, big bottle. All right, and more High West, 2XO. Okay, now let's take a look at some tequilas they got over here. Let's come over to, I'm gonna kind of get back a little bit here so you can get a general idea. I want you to see how the size of the store is. I mean, they really pack it in here. So, I mean, they got a lot of product here. And again, we'll start from over here and kind of work our way around a little bit here. Let me get that top one for you. So, a little further, there we go. Step back so you can see a little better. All right, I'm hoping I'm doing better with the filming for you guys. All right, so we'll bring it down to the next one here. Now, of course, the best thing to do is actually come yourself. And you can come and look exactly what I'm doing here. And like I said, they got a very good selection. Okay, and if you look, you'll see that there's some really good pricing on a lot of this stuff here. And okay, now I did find some things I really liked here, and we're going to show you that in a second. My little tequila sections. Okay, let's go down a little further here. All right, so, and let's go to again, my favorite bottom shelf here. Okay, so Tito's. Everyone has Tito's. All right, so on to the wall over here. Now let's get a little further up here so we can really see what on the top shelf here. Okay, there we go. So we'll start with there, work our way around. Okay. Now that tequila I've been dying to try. I heard nothing but good things about it. I mean, $139. That's not the cheapest, but I heard wonderful things here. Okay, and I'll see a couple of the bottles I got up there. Let me get that camera to help me a little bit. I did buy that Patron there, and it's one good-looking bottle, and I haven't opened it yet, but I will get around to it. Okay. And of course, everyone knows those guys here, and I did have one of those bottles. And I hate to say I did buy the bottle because the wife said, damn, that's a good-looking bottle. The tequila's in it, it's okay. Bottle looks better, though. All right. So let's take a look here. Now, I just did a review on this one here. And that one is, if you look there, it says smoky taste. It almost has almost like a peat in it. You know how the Scotch, you know, they use that peat to smoke their Scotches with that smoky flavor. Like, for example, we had two Scotch guys. They were absolutely loving that. I'm just not, that particular flavor did not hit my palate the way I like, but the other guys thought it was the best. But again, that's why everyone has different taste buds here. Okay, so come around here. Okay, and go down here. And, all right, scroll down here. There we go. Okay, now I did get both of those, I think. I had the Blanco, but I just gave it to my brother-in-law. It was his birthday gift. So, all right. And I do have the Patron, which I'm halfway through that one. So, and let's take a look down here. Let's see if I get back so you can see some of the sales signs on there. And like I said, okay, what's that at the end there? It is my Miami Dolphins, which right now I'm very unhappy with them, so I will not be buying anything Miami Dolphins until they kind of get their act together. So, sorry, Miami Dolphins, I still love you guys, but it's not easy to watch the games lately. So if anyone's been watching my poor Dolphins, it could be worse. It could be a Jets fan. So we both suck. Okay, here we go here. And now I just picked up this one here, and I haven't opened that up, but I will be real soon. Now, this, I want to show you what we got over here. So we have a Weller's, and we have a Blanton's. Now, let me get down there so you can get a good look at this. These are very, very reasonable price. Now, these tequilas are actually owned by a Sakura, which is Buffalo Trace company, right? And they're taking the barrels that were holding Wellers and Blantons, and they actually have a E.H. Taylor one as well. Not E.H. Taylor, Sakura rye one, and they're aging in those barrels. And for a bourbon guy, that's pretty darn cool. Now, I just bought this one yesterday, and $39 to me for an AO. I mean, it's a no-brainer, but I think I'm going to go ahead and get this one too today, so I'll come back and get it. Let's see what else we got over here. All right, so we got this one ready for a tasting as well. So let me bring back a little further. Okay. And you got a lot of your regular ones here, Margaritaville and all that stuff. The problem with I'm having with tequilas is finding the ones that don't really have any additives. Unlike the bourbons, which I buy, I know they don't have any additives because part of being a bourbon is you can't add additives. So when I sell bourbon, I know what I'm getting. Tequilas, you have to really do some research. And the problem with the additives, they will give you really bad hangovers and stuff. And so it's the good stuff that you don't have a hangover. And, I had some tequila tasting the other day and felt pretty good the next day. Of course, being 80 proof versus the stuff I normally drink, 80 proof is pretty darn easy. Okay. I was wondering, could I ask a favor? Can I get back here to film up there? Okay, thank you, because I gotta get a little closer here. Okay, let's see if I can bring these back here a little bit and show you what's behind the counter. All right, so let's get that up here. A little snug here, so I'll do my best. There we go. Of course, first stop here. Is that what I see it is? Where are you at? Let me get the camera on it. Did I go past it? Sorry about this, guys. I am getting there. That's what I want to show you. That's your Utopia, Samuel Adams. Now, that's actually a beer. It's one of the highest proof beers you're ever going to buy. And I love the bottle that comes in. I mean, $3.89, yeah, not the cheapest thing on the planet, but it is really, really exclusive. They only come out once in a while. Now let's go next door here, and we have one of my favorites, which Old Forester 10-year 1924. I actually got that bottle, have not opened it. Guy next to it, the Old Forester single barrel, I did get that one, and I already drank it last night. Not the whole thing, of course. So, and again, they have some really nice products over here. Let's just scroll over here. Okay, and that is, you got your Baker's 13 over here. Widow Jane, the Vault, age 15. Okay. Okay, and of course you got your Marker's Mark here. And of course, Rock Hill Farms. So, Blantons, I love my Blantons. I got the regular one, of course. I do need to get either the barrel proof or the gold. One of those two would be nice for my collection here. So, and let's scroll over here. Here's another one that, again, why I come here is they got a lot of things it's hard to come by. Now you you're obviously going to have your secondary pricing, but it's because no one else has it. So, and a lot of these things are extremely rare. Ooh, I love to get this one. This one I got. Sorry, I had to bring the camera to pointing at one guy. And they're absolutely delicious. Elmer T. Lee. I got that one. It is very, very, it's not a very strong one. Of course, 90 proof. I mean, for a 90 proof, I was expecting a little bit more kick, but it's smooth. It's very sweet. I mean, for me, my single barrel Jack Daniels here, the Heritage, I just absolutely fell in love. And the Jack Daniels 10 and 12, I like. I heard the 14 is not as good as the 10 and 12, and that's a lot more money. So, all right, of course, I'll get over to Old Forester. You get your birthday edition here, and now they're hard to come by one. And Elijah Craig 18. So that's actually not a bad price for that, by the way. So, and let's take a look here. See if I can get I'm going to point out some other things here. There we go. Let's see here. And let's get up to the, for the Scotch guys, and let's see if I can get up there. See what he has up top there. Okay, Redbreast, 27. I don't know if you can, hopefully you can see that okay. That's, there we go, that's a little better. And again, you find if you're a Scotch guy or of course, tequila or bourbon, whatever it is, they got a great collection here. But hopefully you can see these okay, because this is a very tall ceiling here. So, and there's some great things. Oh, look at that. Wild Turkey Master's Keep. Oh, did not see that before. They are a little high up there, but that is, again, they got a lot of great products here. And if you are a person who likes to collect the rare breed, and not the rare breed, but the rare ones, okay, Angel's Envy. Actually, I had on this one here, I had some mixed reviews on that one. So I do like Angel's Envy. I think it's a really good product. Okay, oh, George T. Stagg. And old Rip Van Winkle, which I do have that one. And the 12-year-old, I have that as well. But I do not have the Pappy. And my wallet has not got to that point yet. But slowly but surely. But by the way, that George T. Stagg is actually not a good, I'm sorry, not a bad price. I've seen them for about $1,200. So that's actually, for what it is, that's a pretty good deal. Okay. The Boss Hog. Yeah. This reminds me of the Dukes of Hazzards. You see that? It's so hard to get up there. There we go. All right. So I'm trying to get that top row there. Looks like a library up there with these boxes, huh? Okay. Let's see. That was some really cool things. Thank you for letting me get up there. Let's take a look over here. All right. So we got some more whiskeys over here. Let's see if I can get a... Well, I got the ceiling, so that's not what I want. All right, sorry about that, guys. I was practically looking at the ceiling. All right, let's get in here and see what we got here. All right, so we got a Jameson 18 years. Let me get up to that so you can see that. I do like Jameson products. All right, and let's see what else you got here. Again, you got some other nice scotches over here. Boy, do I like them aged. I just think they're better. It's smoother, just an easier drink. Gin, I can't do neat. I'm sorry. To me, gins are all mixers. Maybe I'm just not drinking the right gin. But you know, scotches I can do neat. I mean, I've discovered the Irish whiskeys seem to have a little bit more spice than my scotches, but it's still good. I mean, I guess I like the scotches slightly better than the Irish whiskeys. Canadian stuff? Now, I might be wrong what I'm about to say. My main concern with the Canadian stuff is, oh, by the way, this one is actually this one's a bourbon, not a whiskey, and it's 10 years, and at $32 for a 10-year-old is probably one of the better values out there. But going back to what I was talking to before. Okay. A lot of problem with the Canadian whiskeys that concerns me, like, I'll go up here, like Crown Royal. You know, is that the color that it really is, or are they adding color to it, you know? And that's my main thing is I don't like when they add color. I want the real deal, you know? And, you know, so, I mean, I used to drink Crown Royal before, but not anymore. It's not... I mean, of course, my palate is probably matured. I mean, when I was drinking Crown Royal, I was in my early 20s. I also drank Southern Comfort. So what does that say? Sorry, Southern Comfort, but man, I can't stand your stuff. All right, let's see what else they got over here. Okay. All right, so let's get right on there. Better luck here. Let's get to that top shelf. I think that might be more what people are looking for. There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Just tried this the other night for our cognac tasting. Ed really liked it. I thought it was okay. I mean, you know, it's $22, and it just, to me, it tasted very watered down. Of course, it is just a VS, which is, you know, very special. It's like, what, a 2-year. Now, the other one I did get, which I did like better, was this one here. Actually, you know what? Come to think of it, I didn't like that one that much. I had to refresh my memory. And it was not that one. It was the VSOP I got. So, and that's a little older. I mean, VSP, if I recall, is like a 4-year. So, and of course, the XOs are the very old ones, and those 6 years plus on average. All right, let's take a look over here what they got here in the vodkas. I hate to say, vodka to me is more of a mixer. I did buy the Big Skull though, because I just thought that was darn cool. But for me, it's all mixing. So I'm sure there's some vodkas out there I would drink neat. Most of them, yeah, the flavor palettes are not that different for me. I mean, if I get into the scotches, whiskey, and tequilas, I really taste a lot of differences between them. When I'm drinking the vodkas, I mean a little bit more. I mean, the main benefit of drinking a good quality vodka is you don't get the hangover. But some of these things are like Grey Goose. That's kind of a joke, I mean, if you know the story about Grey Goose, let me swing over here. They're ones that started the whole premium vodka thing, but they weren't really into premium vodka. The guy just, he sold the BS on it, and people bought it, So, I mean, did I miss? Oh, I did miss this area. How did I miss it? Okay, let's scroll up here. Okay, now Old Elk. If you're not familiar with the Old Elk is, and it's basically an MGP product made in Indiana, but then they take it and they'll go ahead and throw in other barrels and age it a little longer and flavor it with the barrels, cognac cask finish, and they do different things with it. I know a lot of people will say, I'm not going to drink anything MGP. No, I mean, to me personally, it comes down, do I just like the taste, and actually MGP does make good products. You will notice, because it's two companies, the price goes up, versus someone who's making their own product, so that's one drawback there. All right, there's a single malt. Now, what the heck is this one here? Of course, I'm not a single malt guy, I'm sorry to say. And Tommy Bahama, this might sound terrible, I'm sure it's terrible. Someone would have to give me a taste. I won't buy a bottle, especially $139 for a Tommy Bahama. Forget that, So, all right, gonna get some barrel up here. Let's see if I get the camera to come along with my. There we go. Thank you very much. And you can see those. I do have one of those. Now the Peerless. I got the rye, I got the regular, and I got the double oak. And I do like their product. I think it's very good. So let's come right back down here and let's see what else is on here. All right, let's get it here right in front of me here. Okay, Blade and Bow. I bought it. It's okay. Probably when I'm finished with the bottle, I will not buy another one. It's not terrible. It's not impressed me enough to want to buy another bottle. So, I mean, not that I'm becoming a bourbon snob, but maybe I am. I don't know. Okay, I have not tried this. Now I did get this one here, and actually it wasn't bad. So. Let's take a look what else we got around here. Anything on the sides here? Oh, that's gin. I forgot that. Okay. And let's see if I can get in here really good. Okay, Old Hickory. I'm kind of curious what that tastes like. And here we got Redwood Empire, which I keep talking. I'm just going to have to go buy a bottle and see if it's any good. All right, I did buy this one, and it's okay. So, I mean, nothing to write home about, let's see. And I did get that one as well. It was a Breakin' B&E American whiskey, wherever it is, which I thought was a very unusual name. I mean, it's not terrible. It's okay. Now the Heaven's Door, which I'm thinking about picking up today, I like. So far, I've been liking everything I've been getting from them, and I might end up getting that one tonight. And again, we got a few more in here. Okay, and of course they got their cold beers in the back. Yeah, I'm going to show you the cold beer. What the hell? See if there's anything unique or different in there. Nope, looks like exactly like any other cold beer. And you can see the selection here and see how much I got here. And if there's anything else I would, the vodkas, well, I didn't really show you the rums. Let's take a look and go ahead and get to the top shelf. Let's go up there. How about that? So I'm assuming the top shelf will have the the rare stuff. Okay, all right, let's take a look here. Now, I don't generally get the high-end rums, but I do like the 10-year and 12-year-old rums. You know, I do like them aged, and they're not that expensive. You know, I can get a 12-year-old in $40, whatever it is. So, all right. I mean, this one here. Let me get the camera right on this so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so I like this 8-year, $35. Tasted really good. I definitely recommend that one, the Bacardi. So, and we're gonna see if I got a couple other ones I like a lot. I did have a 12-year-old just recently. It was really, really good. I think it was El Dorado, just like the mythical city. Okay, and I think it was this one I was drinking the other night with Ed, and that's really good. So, and now they have a 21-year-old. Let me get that camera on that. Now I had the 12. I thought that was really good, really good, and wouldn't mind trying that one. $124. So that's a maybe. All right, so scroll back down here, and I'm gonna show you. Okay, so we got a couple more here. Okay, now this is where I was a little disappointed. Let me get that right there. 12-year was okay, but the El Dorado was a lot better. And now I did get the Appleton Estate 8-year. Liked it a lot, so I'm probably going to end up buying I think they have a 12-year as well, and I'll probably add that to the collection. So, and let's see here. Anything else that might pop? I can say, I mean, Chris, you can get your regular stuff here. But again, get something to age it a little bit. I mean, you know, the aging is not as expensive on the rums, and I personally think it has a good flavor when you have it aged. So, and we actually had Havana Club that was actually from Cuba, and we'll be putting that video out real soon. So another Tommy Bahama, which again I'll pass on that. Who knows? They might be good. All right, so all right. Hopefully you can see some good selection here. And yeah, again, there's more wine, but I'm not going to go over there. Okay, and I think that is getting close to what I want to show you here. But I'm thinking that might be the one to go home with me tonight. Let's take a look here. All right, let's see. And by the way, I'll get to show you the nice little sign they have over here. There we go. You can see that okay. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this around here, and let's get this a little bit lower. Okay. And here we go. Again, I'm Chris with Bar Guthrie. I'm over here at Palm Beach Liquors 2, showing you one of my favorite spots to shop. As you see from the selection they have, it's really good. They get decent pricing. They get some rare stuff, which is going to be more money, but they have a great selection. I definitely recommend it. I'll put all the information on the bottom of this video, address and stuff. Again, I'm Chris, and this is Palm Beach Liquors 2. Thanks.